Non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion are of so many types. Okay. The indicator for a non-uniform motion means the velocity is not constant. Velocity is variable. Okay. Whenever velocity is variable, that kind of motion is called non-uniform motion. But there are several different varieties of non-uniform motion. Okay. What we can say is that now I just give you one example, that suppose x equal to t square, and I will compare it with x equal to t. Okay. Now here it says that the position of the object is equal to the square of the time elapsed, or the square of the time which is there. Here the position of the object is equal to the based on the time. Okay, maybe 5t also or 1t also, whatever. If you talk about velocity is equal to dx by dt, here also velocity equal to dx by dt. Okay. Now v is equal to d by dt of x. X is t square. Now you know the formula for differentiation. I told you before, t square means 2 into t power 2 minus 1. This is the formula. So 2 into t. So velocity is 2t. It means what? It means that if you change the time, velocity will also change. If time is 1, velocity will be 2 meter per second. If time is 2 seconds, velocity will be 2 into 2, 4 meter per second. If time is 3 seconds, velocity will be 6 meter per second. It means that velocity is changing with the time. If velocity is changing with the time, that means velocity is variable. If it is variable, means it is a non-uniform motion. But if you see the second case where x is proportional to t power 1, v is equal to dt by dt, that is 1. In fact, that means velocity is constant, and that velocity equal to 1 meter per second. That means constant velocity. Constant velocity means uniform motion. Conclusion. Conclusion is that whenever position is proportional to time power 1 is equal to time power 1, it is uniform motion. Other than time power 1, time power 2, 3, 4, anything is there, it is a variable velocity and it is a non-uniform motion. That is the conclusion of this discussion. Okay. So whenever you see that this kind of equation of the motion, these are equations of motion, you know, this is a kind of a equation of motion. Equation of motion means it is telling us that how the position is depending upon the time. As and when time is elapsing, what is happening to the position, how the position depends on time. So whenever you see a equation like this, you have to take a decision that yes, it is a non-uniform motion. Whenever you see a equation like this, you have to take a decision that it is a uniform motion. You have to conclude that it's a uniform motion. So please note it down, this concept, and year after this I will discuss about the graphs. Okay. X equal to t cube dx by dt, t cube is equal to nx n minus 1. That is the formula. So dx by dt is velocity. So velocity equal to 3t square. This is also shows us that velocity is proportional to the square of the time. Okay. So velocity is also variable in this case also. This is also a kind of a, it's a kind of a non-uniform motion. If you compare it with x equal to t square, which we just now did, it will be dx by dt is equal to d by dt of t square is equal to n minus 1 is equal to 2t, velocity equal to 2t. That means velocity is proportional to time power 1. That means velocity is changing with time. That means velocity is variable. Velocity is variable. So it is also non-uniform motion. But both are different. How both are different? Here velocity is varying with time power 1. Here velocity is varying with time power 2. If you draw one velocity time graph for this type of motion, the graph will look like this. I will tell you how. If you draw velocity time graph, not position time, I am talking about velocity time graph for this type of motion, the graph will look like this, and I will tell you why. And one more thing, if I draw position time graph for this motion, the position time graph will look like this. I will tell you why. And if you draw position time graph for this type of motion, then exactly I don't know how it will look like, but we can try to plot it. That will be passing through this point, and it will be passing through 1,8, 2,8 to here, and maybe like that. Okay, so this is the position time graph, and I will tell you why. Okay, so one thing you can talk about is that this is like this type of equation. This is a cubic equation. This type of equation is a cubic equation. This type of curve is also called as cubic curve. Cubic curve. Cubic curve. This type of curve, since it's a x equal to t square, therefore this type of curve is called quadratic curve. Quadratic curve. This equation is t power 1, therefore this is called as linear curve. And this equation is t square, and therefore this is called as quadratic curve. Quadratic curve. Now see the contrast. See the contrast. See the contrast. See the contrast. Compare them. Compare them. What you can compare? Here power is t equal to t power 3. Here t power 2. Whatever is the power of 3, velocity is proportional to 1 power less than t. If it is 3 here, it is 2 here, right? And if it is 2 here, 2 that side, then it is 1 this side, right? That means always if the position time curve is cubic curve, then velocity time curve will be a quadratic curve. If the position time curve is a quadratic curve, then velocity time curve will be linear curve, one less than the position time curve. Are you getting it? What I am talking about? If position time is cubic, velocity time curve will be quadratic. If position time curve is quadratic, velocity time curve will be linear. Okay, there are 3 stages: linear, quadratic, cubic. 3 stages. Okay. So once you have written this comparison, everything you have drawn, you tell me, then we'll go to the further discussion on this. Okay. Let us talk about when the position is, now I am talking about t power 0, suppose, the first curve. So let us do all the things together so that we can just compare them. And when the position is t power 1, and when the position is t power 2, and when it is t cube, what's happening to the velocity? Now velocity is dx by dt. T power 0 means 1 maybe. Okay, t power 0 is 1. So d by dt of 1. Differentiation of a constant is 0 actually. So velocity is 0 actually. Velocity is 0 here. And here velocity is equal to dx by dt is equal to dt by dt, that is 1. So here velocity is 1 meter per second. And here velocity equal to dx by dt. So velocity equal to d by dt of t square. And just now we have solved it, it came out to be 2t. And in this case, it came out to be 3t square. Just now we have solved, right? Just now we have solved. Now, one thing you can see that, okay, one thing you can see that this motion is basically, it is at rest actually. This is at rest. This is nothing but uniform motion. And this is a kind of a, this is a non-uniform motion, non-uniform motion where the position time is a quadratic curve and velocity time graph is a linear graph. This is also non-uniform motion, but here position time curve is a cubic curve and velocity time curve is a quadratic curve. If you draw the graph for this xt graph looks like this. Okay, maybe 1 meter. V, there is zero velocity, so VT graph will look like this, green color. If you draw for the second case, xt graph will look like this, and VT graph will look horizontal line. If you take this one, this will look like this. That is the xt graph, and VT graph will look like this. And if you talk about this one, then xt graph will look like a cubic curve, and VT graph will look like a quadratic curve. Now, can you see, understand? Now you can easily compare now. Now, can you see one pattern? Can you see one pattern? Now, Z, just observe, see the highlight. I am going to use the highlighter. See this side, first is zero velocity, then it was a constant velocity. Sorry, this is a zero velocity, then constant velocity, then linearly changing velocity, and quadratically changing velocity. It is a constant this position is there. Position is changing linearly, position is changing quadratically with the time, and position is changing cubically with the time. Understand or not? Okay. All of you clear? Written? Everybody has noted? Everybody has noted? Raise your hand if you have completed. Okay, clear for all? So that is what, okay? That much only. If you are understood this one, very good. It is a important and fundamental things. Okay, acceleration time graph. So once you have written down all these things along with the graph, we'll proceed. Completed. Completed. Okay. All of you know plotting. Fourth fourth order curve will look like. See, when you plot now, you will understand. You should know the nature of the curves. Okay, this is very, very important. Suppose x equal to t power 4. See, it is so steep curve will be there. 0, comma 0. Think about it. 1, comma 1. Okay, here. Then 2, comma 16. Okay, that means it will be very far beyond, right? And then 3, comma 81 will be so that we cannot even imagine. Become very steep curve. Okay, that kind of curve. This is called plotting the curve, knowing the nature of the curve. Okay, how it goes. Understand? But compared to this, if you see the quadratic curve, compared to this, if you see the quadratic curve, if you see the quadratic curve, sorry, cubic curve, cubic curve. So 1 point, this is common point, right? And then 2, comma 8. So all this has gone 2, comma 16, but this will be 8, right? So it will be 2, comma 8 now. That means this is 1, this is 2, comma 16 now. So 2, comma 8 is maybe at some point here, right? So okay, then 3, comma 27, 3, comma, that also will be go very much far away. Maybe this curve look like this. Okay, possibly. Okay, I don't know exactly. I'm not able to draw, but I can show you in some. Okay, then t power square. If you see, it will be like, if you see the t square curve. Zero zero 1 1 2 4. It will be somewhat in this one. Okay, are you getting it? Red is red, black is black, blue is blue. Okay, this is quadratic, this is cubic, and this is biquadratic. Okay, and you know that linear curve, how it looks. Linear curve. Okay, so you are able to compare now all the different type of curve. Please note it down. Okay. So that's all here for today's class. Okay. So we'll continue in next class. All the remaining discussions we'll have on Monday. Okay. Okay, then bye. We'll close today's class. Okay. Next Monday we'll continue remaining questions.